PostgreSQL is a free and open source software. So today we are going to check how to install PostgreSQL in your computer. For installing PostgreSQL on your computer, first of all you have to download the PostgreSQL installer from the postgresql.org website. So take Google Chrome, then type PostgreSQL, then select the postgresql.org website. In the home page, you can see different options. From the select download. Then you'll get a list of different PostgreSQL core distributions for different types of operating system. You can select the distribution depending upon your operating system. So I am using a Windows computer, so I'm going to select Windows operating system. Then you will be redirected to a new page. So that will list all the different types of downloads available for different versions of operating system. Then in this page, select the download the installer link. Then you'll get a table of different options, the different PostgreSQL versions, and the operating systems that supports that versions. From this table, I'm going to download the Windows 64-bit version because I'm using a 64-bit operating system. And if you're using a 32-bit operating system, you can select Windows 32-bit version. Okay. Then a copy of that installer gets downloaded into your computer, and it will take some time depending upon your internet speed. So I have already downloaded the installer, so I'm going to cancel this thing and go to downloads. Then you can find the downloaded installer there. This is the installer PostgreSQL 12.2 Windows x64 version. Now the downloading is completed. Now let's check how to install that. For installing the PostgreSQL, the first step is open the downloaded exe and click next on the install welcome screen. As you can see in this picture, you'll get a welcome screen like this. Click the next button. Then it will prompt you to change the installation directory. That is not mandatory. If you want, you can change, else leave it to default. Then click next. The next screen, you can select different components. There are 4 components: PostgreSQL Server, pgadmin4, Stack Builder, and command line tools. Then leave the Stack Builder unchecked and all others checked. Then click next. Then you have to select the data location, and if you want to change the default location, you can do that. Otherwise, leave it as default. Then click next. Then it will ask you a super user password, and you have to write down that password. We'll need that after the installation. Then you can enter your password and you have to confirm the password. Click next. Now you have to select the port number. Normally it displays a port number. It is advisable to leave it as it is. Then click next. Then you'll get a pre-installation summary, and it will list all the details you have already completed. Then if you're satisfied with this you can click next. Otherwise you can go back and change things. Then the setup is now ready to begin installing PostgreSQL on a computer, and click next. Then it will take some time to complete the installation. Once the installation is complete, you'll see the stack builder prompt as you can see on this picture. Uncheck that option, then click the finish button to finish the installation. Now let's check how to select the pgadmin from your computer. To launch the Postgre SQL pgadmin graphical interface tool, go to the start menu, then search for the pgadmin4. Then click on the pgadmin4 desktop app icon. Then you'll get the pgadmin4 home screen. Now it's loaded. Now it will ask you for a password. That is a super user password that we have set at the time of installation. I'm going to enter my password. Click OK. Okay, and this is your pgadmin dashboard. There are a lot of options there in this dashboard. So we are not going into deep into these all these options. For selecting a database, click the servers icon in the left pane. Then you can see the active servers there. You can add a new server if you want. Now we are working with the default PostgreSQL server. Then click the server. Then you'll get the server details. Then you can see the different databases, different table spaces, different login and group roles, all those things. So expand the database tab. Then you can see the different available databases here. Here we have a database called Postgres, that is your default database, and you can create your own database, and you can create your own table in that database. And if you want to work with the PostgreSQL database, you can do that. Okay, we'll check all the details once we have started learning the DML and DDL commands. Thank you.